You know what it is!
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. It is Taco Tuesday, and we have a special video for y'all today. Everyone has been asking, everybody has been telling me to do this video. Everybody's been seeing this video go viral on Twitter and Instagram, so let's get right into it. We will be making our Birria Consome tacos. Let's start this off. Starting off our tacos, we have to boil a beef bone. So we're gonna fill a pot up halfway full, just enough to cover the beef bones, and then we're gonna add our chuck roast. You're gonna need to add beef chuck roast. Next, we have to add our Guajillo Chiles. Now, I am not Hispanic, I am black. I am as black as it gets. Y'all know Black Lives Matter, power to my black people, but some of the stuff I might not pronounce right, y'all. So if you are Hispanic, please don't take this to disrespect. I've tried to study the videos, but we're gonna add our Guajillo Chiles, and I'm adding 10 of these to this pot of water. And we're gonna make sure that we're bringing all of this stuff to a boil. Do not forget that. Now, to enhance the flavor, we're gonna chop up a few fresh carrots. We're gonna add these carrots to this water, as well as adding 1 whole white onion, and we're gonna add 1 whole garlic clove. So make sure you add your onion and add your garlic. After adding your onion and your garlic, we're gonna proceed to add about 10 to 12 bay leaves. Everybody knows when you cook and you add them bay leaves, that provides so much flavor and so much body to this food. So after adding our bay leaves, we're gonna add about 3 to 4 tablespoons of chicken bouillon. Now, after adding all of your fresh ingredients to this pot, you wanna make sure you get a good stir, and you wanna bring this to a boil. And we're gonna proceed to boil this for about 1 hour. So make sure you set your timers, do what you gotta do. But remember, we're gonna set this to a boil for 1 hour. After about 25 minutes, that's how your pot should have looked. You want to place a top and proceed to finish boiling for about 1 hour. Now, for your chili oil, we want to start off by adding about 6 to 8 bay leaves inside of your food processor, your coffee grinder, whatever you can use to grind up your ingredients really finely. So we're going to add our bay leaves. Then we're going to add our garlic powder. You're going to want to add 1 to 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, depending on how you like this, but I'm going to add like about a teaspoon and a half. Next, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of chicken bouillon to this mixture. That's going to give it a really good flavor. Add 1 teaspoon of ground cloves. Some people like to use fresh. All I could find was the ground cloves. Then we're going to add 1 teaspoon of oregano. Next, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of chili powder. This is optional. However, I love what this does to this chili oil. Then we're going to add 1 teaspoon of sugar and 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Now, take your guajillos. You should have about, I say about 5 to 6 of these. You want to remove the seeds out of these, and you want to also add these to your food processor or your coffee grinder. Again, this is completely optional. However, I added some, I believe you call them Ancho Chiles. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's A-N-C-H-O. Added a few of these. It's like more of a sweet, smoky flavor for the pepper versus the guajillo, which is more spicy. But I just love the mix, so I'm de-seeding all of these, and then I'm adding this to the processor as well, and then we're gonna grind this up really finely. Well, the best that we can do. Let's get it. Now, after adding all of that to the grinder, grinding that up really finely, you wanna add this to a bowl or a measuring cup, and then we're gonna proceed to add our 2 cups of vegetable oil to a pot, and we're gonna bring this up to a consistent heat. So we're gonna get this oil really hot. Please be careful, everybody that's doing this. This can get really dangerous. So just make sure you bring this oil up to a consistent heat. Now take that extra guajillo that you had, cut it up, rip it up however you want to do it, and we're going to add this to the oil, and we're going to consistently stir this oil until you see that your peppers are getting a little dark, but you want to remove them so that you do not burn them. So we're going to say cook these until they get a little dark, remove them, and then keep the oil. Next, you want to add that hot oil, and be very careful. Add that hot oil to our seasoning blend and consistently mix. Also, with the chili oil, you want to make sure that you have a chance to let this sit for at least 3 to 24 hours, because if you let all the flavors sit in, it tastes much better the next day. Now let's head back over to our pot of birria. So I want you to go find all of your. You may not be able to find all of the guajillos, but do your best to find as many as you can. Add these to the blender. I add a little of this broth as well into the blender, and we're going to blend until we get a very smooth consistency, and then we're going to actually pour this right back inside of this pot. But I'll just show you guys what I'm talking about. Now make sure when you are putting this in the blender that you are getting a very, very, very good consistency. It make sure it's more saucy versus like solids. Trust me when I say this, you want to make sure that this blender is completely liquidizing these peppers. Now take your blended peppers, add them right back to this pot, and you want to get a very good stir, because this is your final step. Now stir all of this up really well, and we're gonna let this boil for another 2.5 to 3 hours, and boom, your meat, your birria, your delicious taco meat will be ready to go. Also, you can take a little of that broth, add it to those peppers that we cooked in that oil earlier, blend that up, and also add that to this pot as well. And we are just adding so many flavors. Like, I can't wait for y'all to taste this, because I know y'all already smell it. Like, this smells amazing. But this taste, trust me, let's keep this going. Now, after 2.5 to 3 hours, look how tender this meat is. I know your kitchen is probably smelling like an amazing food heaven right now. I know you're probably starving, but it's time to finish this last step. So add this meat to a cutting board, and we're gonna just shred this with 2 forks, 2 knives, however you want to shred it. You can use a, what do you call those things? A damn food blender, a damn cake blender. It doesn't really matter. However you want to shred this meat, you can, but it's that tender where you can really do whatever you need to do. You can actually rip it apart with your hands if you need to. Lord have mercy. Like, look how tender this meat is. Like, this not pot roast. Like, this is going in your tacos. Like, what? But I'm about to show you guys how we actually set these tacos up next. So what you're going to do is you want to set up a broth pot. So you're going to take some of your broth that you use, put it in a separate skillet or pot, dip your corn tortilla inside of there. Next, dip it into your chili oil. So remember that oil that we made earlier, we poured it into another pan. Dip that, then place it in a hot cast iron skillet, a griddle, whatever you want to make your tacos in. Just make sure that it's hot and ready. Then we're going to proceed to add melting cheese. Then we're going to add our birria meat. Then we're going to add onions. Then we're going to add cilantro. Flip these, flip it right over with a spatula. Pour your hot chili oil directly over the taco. Look what I just taught y'all how to do. I'm gonna just show y'all what I'm talking about right now. Just keep watching this. But look what I just showed y'all how to do. So the step that I just showed you guys was the basic build. How do you actually build it before you actually flip it? Now I'm gonna just show you guys how I just naturally do this, and just take notes. My God, look at that right there. Look at that. Man, now all you need to do for your last step is pour your broth into a nice cup or a bowl, top it with cilantro and onion, and boom, you got your dipping sauce too. Now, I literally just taught y'all how to make these beautiful tacos. Look how it hit that sauce. Look at that. Man, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share this on your Twitter, share this on Instagram. Make sure you tag Log Cannon, because I already know this is about to be your new favorite thing to go to eat. But I want to make sure that y'all continue to like my videos. Please continue watching. Thank you guys so much for the support, for the love. I get so many tags from you guys trying my recipes. Continue doing this, guys, and I'll see you guys soon. I think I'm gonna make that stuffed salmon everybody talking about next. We'll see though. We out of here.